Good evening. Welcome to ESA Connections Build Your Business webinar series. These are a free webinar series that we do to help our business owners start, develop, and grow their business. Tonight's topic is social media. Specifically, we're going to discuss Canva, the basics. So this is if you have little to no experience or you want to expand kind of where your skill set is at. I'm so excited that you guys are here tonight. Just to let you know a little bit about ESA Connection, we are a network that connects parents and vendors to educational services throughout the state of Arizona and for all school options. So we're pretty excited. We just started, we just launched last couple months. And so we're really excited to be serving the educational community in a different way and be supporting both businesses and parents. So thank you for being here and thank you for being part of the community. You can definitely go and create an account at www.esaconnection.com. If you're not able to subscribe yet, you could always create a parent account. You're just not able to be in the filters of your business. And you would also not be able to do blog posts, but you can still post educational events, chat in the forums. You can use the filters yourself to look for services for your own child or for other people. So definitely get on the network when you have a second and check it out. We're really, really proud of what we built, but we also say it's not for us. We built it for the community. So now it's your guys' turn to grow it and share it. And together we're going to make it what we need. So again, thank you for being here tonight. And let's go ahead and jump in. So we are focusing on Canva tonight. So my first piece of advice ever when dealing with technology, I think this is the difference between the younger generation and our generation, is that they're really good at technology is because they're not afraid of it, right? We had the computers that were like, the first models of the computer where if you pushed a button, something would go wrong, right? Technology is not like that anymore. So nothing's going to explode. Nothing's going to crash if you go and push a button or go into a section or a page or whatever. So my biggest piece of advice is when we're on Canva is to try all the features, to explore, to push buttons, to go into the other pages. All of you guys tonight said, well, I've started on Canva and I've learned this because I was experimenting. I went into this feature and I learned something I didn't know that I could do. So that is how you're going to learn the biggest on Canva, is by not being afraid of it and by getting into all the features and trying this and trying that. And the cool thing is it's just like Sharon, you mentioned that this is very much like Publisher, and it's like the newer version of Publisher, like the more modern version of it. So you can, just like Publisher, you can undo anything that you do, right? There's an undo button. So sometimes though, it can get a little frustrating and we forget that there's little tricks like that. So again, biggest piece of advice is try, explore, push buttons and whatnot. My second piece of advice, especially for businesses, when you're able to afford it, is get the premium account. I don't work for Canva, but I had just the regular account, and it's so limited in what you can do with the graphics and the templates. And it really, like, if you're on this a lot, meaning like more than once a week, you really should upgrade and get the premium account, because then you have unlimited access to everything. You can resize images, you have access to all the graphics, you have access to all the different features and stuff and the different templates, because I think that's really what's the beauty of Canva, to save you time, is you're not creating from scratch. You can just go to a template and just tweak it into what you want. So we're definitely going to be focusing on today. I really don't believe in reinventing the wheel. If you know anything about me, I like to do things the easy way, the simple way. And yes, raise your hand at any time with the feature on Teams to ask questions. It's very interactive. I really don't want to talk the whole time, so please stop me and ask questions. So again, already 2 pieces of advice. Go explore, try everything. Don't be afraid to go into a page. Don't be afraid to touch a button. Do it. And then also, when you can afford it, get the premium account. It makes such a huge difference having it.
Tammy,
Yes.
I would like to share on the premium account, you can build a team on your premium account. So let's say, for instance, you're working with a couple of different people and you're working together to learn. You could split the cost of that premium account among some friends if the price is an issue. Just wanted to share that.
So I actually don't have the premium account. Cindy has the premium account through her business, and then I'm on her team. So if you look at my Canvas screen, you can see the CH, Cindy Holmberg's team. I'm actually working on her team, and there's 3 members. because she has the premium account and I'm part of her team, I have the premium account. So Cindy, that was a great piece of advice. Do you remember, Cindy, off the top of your head, how much it is? I think it's like over 100 a year, right around 100 a year.
I think it's 119.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 120.
Yeah.
120.
Definitely worth it.
So
Again, don't work for
Find a
Canva.
couple
I'm
of
just letting you
people.
know it's going to save you a lot of time.
find a couple of people and split it and make a team. And then you can share all your graphics with each other too.
Yeah. And so you can see I have 4 different teams here that I work with. So that's the cool thing too, is like Cindy said. So, you know, it's meant for big businesses where you can all have one account shared and you can be sharing things all the time. So it's really awesome. All right, so we're on the home page right now. And I'm just going to kind of take you on a tour. So there's just so much. It's going to show you at the top all the different things that you can do. It is endless. I'm going to really keep us narrowed and not overwhelmed tonight because I really want you to be able to create 2 things tonight. I want you to be able to create a graphic and I want you to be able to create easy reel. Okay, and then here is your search bar. Now, this is what always mixes me up when I search, okay? So there's 2 features you can click on, templates or projects. So sometimes I'm looking for a template and I don't realize it's on the project feature. So it's just looking at my projects. Projects is your stuff. That's your stuff. Templates is what is already out there. That's the coolest part of Canva, in my opinion, is that you're not recreating the reel. You're using what's already made and just tweaking it for your stuff. So we're just going to jump in. I'm going to go ahead. I want you guys to do this too. So go to the bar up here. And you're going to go in templates and you're going to just go ahead and put, you know, whatever kind of search you want. I'm going to put presentation, or no, I'm going to put event. I'm going to do an event graphic. And then you're going to go next to the category after you put in a keyword on the template. And then you're going to pick what type of product you want. Okay. So many different options here. We're going to go in social media and we're going to do an Instagram post. Okay. So Instagram has a lot of different things. If you want, we can stick to Facebook. You decide which one you want to do, Facebook or Instagram. I'm going to do an Instagram post. All right. And then it will give you all of the templates for events for Instagram size already on there. So I'm going to let you guys, I've asked you to go and do a search for a post that you want to make. And then you're going to go and change it to the social media format you want if you want to do a story. So for Instagram, stories, reels, and posts are all sized differently. It matters on Instagram. Facebook, it really doesn't matter. Instagram, it matters because if there's negative space, so like if you do a post and put that on a reel, you're gonna have a black space on the top and the bottom, right? So for the reels, you need to make sure it's sized right. For the stories, you need to make sure it's sized right. Because if not, you're just it's gonna be short. Facebook doesn't matter. Facebook will take any size. So actually one tip I was given is that I was doing in the beginning a post the size for Facebook and a post the size for Instagram. And then our tech person was like, that's a lot. And so he's just having me do the same size for Instagram. I do an Instagram size post and I just post it on Facebook. And again, Facebook doesn't care about the sizes. So that's I'm going to give you lots of tips to save time. I'm all about that. Let's be efficient over time. So, okay, you're looking through, you're going to find a post that you'd like to duplicate. So when I'm looking at these, I kind of have a style that I kind of do and follow on our page. And you can kind of see, I really like the ones with the curves, the lines, the circles, something that I can change into colors and that's going to translate well. One thing that I don't do well on is our stuff is very wordy. Like this one's a good post because it doesn't have a lot of information on it, but I tend to be wordy. And I kind of like things a little bright, educational. I really love this one with the lines. So I'm kind of looking for something like that kind of keeps their style. The cool thing is I have done a lot of different templates and they still look like they're branded, right? They still look like our style. And I'm going to show you just how by using the same colors, you can brand your stuff really easy on Canva. So I'm going to look for something that kind of sticks in our style. I kind of like this right here. So, okay. So if it has a crown or a dollar sign, that means you cannot use it if you don't have premium. Okay. So for premium, I can use, so it says pro on there, the crown means pro. So for premium, I can use anything. I don't see the $sign ones anymore because I have the paid account. So it kind of took away that little mark. So for the premium one, you can use anything. So if you don't have the premium, you have to choose something that doesn't have a little thing in the corner there on the right, a little crown or a $sign. So you're going to go ahead and then before you click on it and say customize the template, this is a cool thing. I think it's a cool thing about Canva is that when you find a template you like, they give you other ones that are similar. So sometimes I'll end up not using the template I first clicked on because I'll go down here and be like, wow, I really like these better. And then the other thing that's really cool is you can click on the star and you can save any templates that you like. So you guys don't go anywhere. You guys stay here. I'm going to go real quick. I'm going to actually save this one too because I really like this one. I'm going to show you how do you find those saved ones. So I'm going to go back to home. Okay. When you go to your projects, I just saw it and now let's see if I can find it again. I just had my starred stuff down there. Projects. Okay, I'm trying to get to my starred ones. This is the problem. I just had it when I was looking here. All right, it's in templates. So you're going to go down when you're in templates, the starred ones, and this is all the ones I've saved. So as I've been on Canva, I've starred other graphics that I liked and wanted to use later. So that's the cool thing is you can save all of these and then go back to them later. So as you can see, I've saved a lot apparently. Okay, so now I'm going to click into this and I do want to use this template. So I'm going to go ahead and click use template. Okay, so the first thing I always do is I always save my work. I know you're like, wait, what? Canva automatically saves it. Yes, I know that, but you want to save it to a folder. Okay, so you can see I have a lot of different folders. I have, oh, my friend Lisa, who I helped her with her stuff. I have a folder just for her. I have my smart cactus stuff for my other business. I have my stuff for my Century Bins and I have ESA connection stuff. So you're going to want to save this in that folder because, again, you don't go anywhere. You stay here. I'm going to show you the why. So when you're in home, you're going to become a Canva guru and you're going to end up having a lot of stuff. So we need to keep you organized. Of course, it's not going to load now. We need to keep you organized. So when you go to projects, it's going to help you when you have everything in your folders. Okay. So now I can just go on ESA connection and that template's right there underneath all of my stuff. Now I've gotten so big that I do need to start breaking it up within ESA connection. So, and then you also want to go, so two things when you first get a template that I always recommend is go and save it to a folder. Okay. Move to a folder and you always can create a new folder. Okay, and then the second thing you're going to do is just change the name of it so that way you remember what it's going to be. Example, graphic, or webinar. Okay, so now that you've done those two things, you don't have to remember about doing them later. Okay, so for Instagram, I do not do a square anymore, okay, because I follow some influencers and I was taught if you do a different size, it lingers there longer. So for me, I do the 1080 by 1350. And so I'm going to show you how to resize it. If you don't have the premium account, you can't resize. Resizing is the best thing ever. Now it's changed. It's a little complicated now because of the magic thing that magic switch that they just added on. So I'm going to go a custom size because I know what I want. 1080 by 1350. So the reason I use a different height than the 800 by 800 is, again, this is what it was recommended to me, and it's not as tall as a reel. It's a little bit shorter, but it takes up more length, as you can tell by the height being longer. And so the eye is staying on it longer. So this is the height that I use for the posts for Instagram and Facebook. So I'm going to resize it. Now you can copy and resize, or you can just simply resize the design. So try to resize your thing right away, because a couple times I've done all the work of decorating and putting my graphic together, and then I forget to resize it, and I do at the end. I have to go back and stretch things out and move this to here, and it's just twice as much work. So I'm trying to show you the habits I've tried to set for myself in the beginning. Save your folder, your file to a folder, get the name correct, and then resize it so it's the size you want. Okay, so now that we prepped your document, let's get to work. You guys, I don't really like this template. You know, I kind of would like something else. So what you do is just go to design. Here's all the templates, and you can switch your template out. If you want to, you can do a different template. So they'll have some of your designs right here. I really did want the one that I had before. Again, here's the undo and the redo button. These are your best friends. So again, if you want a different template, this is where you're going to go, and you're going to find a different template, or you can go out of it and get a new template. So it always pops up your, when you go into template, it always pops it up. So to another window, so you can go back to home easily and look at some more templates and pick a different one if you want. So, okay, so let's kind of look just at our bar over here for the design. So again, if you don't like this template, you decided it's really not you, you can go ahead and change it. Some templates like this 2023 planner, you can't change the background. So sometimes I think I can change the background and colors and stuff, and you can't. So you're stuck with that. So that's why I don't like that particular one. This one, we can change the colors, and I'll show you how. So elements is really cool. This is where you're going to put in shapes and graphics and photos and all, stickers and all that fun stuff on there. Frames, I'm going to come back to this a little bit later, but all these things, this is where you're going to add on some of the fun stuff. I will go and do a frame right now and just tell you guys about that. The frames are fantastic. So the frames are just simply a frame, and then you can just put the picture in there. So these are really, really helpful, the different sizes and stuff. So let's say I want a picture on this. I'm going to leave this on here to show you that, and the picture will size as a circle. So frames are fantastic, and they have tons of different options. And again, you can search in there too. So frames are really, really good. And you could even put in, if you wanted to, put in a graphic. Let's say it's going to be educational activity. So I'm going to go to photos, and I can go and just take this picture and just put it right in there. And now it's framed to size. Actually, that matches quite well. That was a happy accident. You guys think I have this planned out, don't you? So now this picture, I don't quite like how it's framed. So I go edit photo. And I hope as I'm doing this, you guys are in there playing. I really do want you to create some graphics tonight. Even if you know how to do this, I want you to create some graphics and play around with it and hopefully get some more skills than what you've had before. So I'm going to go edit photo and then hit the crop button. And then you can, maybe I just want this little girl here. I don't really want her sister, or maybe I just want the little sister. Okay. And then I just hit done, and now it's recropped. I actually kind of liked how it was on there, but I'm just trying to show you that feature. So edit photo, crop is a wonderful feature. And this is how to also, maybe you just want to, you want to center it, move it better. This is how you're going to go about doing that with the photo anytime you have a frame. So frames I really love that frame, those frame options that they have, and then how you can do the graphics. And any other graphics that they have in here, you're allowed to use. So you don't have to worry about copywriting rules or anything like that. And they have a huge library. There's only a few posts that I've seen where it's redundant. Most of the time I can't tell if there's a Canva post, quite frankly, because there's so many different graphics in here. And I've noticed too, a lot of people have started using Reels with some of the videos in here too. So they have a lot of videos that you could just use real quick and put as a reel as well. I've seen some businesses go ahead and use some of these videos and stuff for their tutoring business, like this girl doing her homework. That would make a great tutoring business ad, a reel. I'm going to delete her. I don't want her on my thing. So now when I did do that, you could see up here that now my post over here in the corner by the share button on the right-hand side, my post now is showing that it's a movie. It's 15.4 seconds long. So now this would download as a reel. So anytime you put that graphic on it, it would change it. Okay, so text. So anytime you want to add, they have some cool text combinations there, but this is where you add your text box as well. If I want to put something up there. And then branding. So I'm going to show you this in a second with colors. When we get into the colors, is you go and you can set your colors for your company. So we're going to talk about that in a bit because that's really, really helpful because you don't have to put in the numbers all the time. So upload, this is where you go and you upload all your pictures into your category. I'm right now working a lot on, I am working a lot on our vendor fair coming up on the 28th in Surprise. So I don't know if, who was Dawn? If you knew that we had a vendor fair up in Surprise coming at the end of this month. So I have a lot of our sponsor pictures and stuff uploaded right now. Again, draw, I don't use that quite a lot. It's just like on your phone app. And then you're going back to your projects. And then they do have a whole bunch of different apps. And this is where Kiana and maybe even Kelly can dive into this. I don't use a lot of the different apps. It's a little intimidating. I use the QR code one today. And that was really helpful. And then again, your photos and whatnot. So, okay, so that's kind of like what's on it. So now we're going to kind of look more at the top stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is brand this in my colors. So I'm going to click on one of the colors. And then, so I already have my palette set. So the first thing you want to do, if you don't have your company colors, you want to figure out what your company colors are on Canva. Okay. So our colors, every color has a number. Okay. So when I rolled that over, you can see this purple is number 82DE6. Okay. I can't remember how many colors you can add up to. I know we have 2, but I think you can add up to more than 2. Cindy, do you remember how many you can add up to? Is it 3 or 4 for your palette? I think it's just a couple.
I'm not sure on that. Kiana might know.
Yeah, I think you can add only
I
a
think it's
couple.
5. I have
5.
5.
So you can add up to 5. So we clearly are underperforming at 2 here, but we really like those 2 colors. They go well with white and black. So definitely play around right now. If you do not have company colors, please go ahead and have company colors. Kiana, how many company colors do you have? Are you maxed out at 5?
Yes, I maxed out at 5.
Awesome. And Kelly, how many did you get up to? Are you at 5?
You know what? I haven't done this yet because I haven't learned how to do this part. I feel like I get scared of trying to figure out the colors. But on my logo, at least, there's just green, little pink, and black and white.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll over to Smart Cactus real quick because Kelly, I have the problem that you probably have, and I had a logo and then I got onto Canva. So matching the 2 was really hard. Whereas with our business is we started out on Canva from scratch and we're like, okay, what's our colors going to be? And that like we determined our colors through Canva and then that like matched everything else, right? So as you can see, this little green and this yellow is kind of hard to match. So just do your best. I don't think I matched it perfectly. Let me grab a graphic. I don't have my graphics in here. Well, here we go. So these are my Smart Cactus colors that I have for my other business. So it's these 2 colors here. Whoops, don't want to do that. So I don't think they match completely well, but you just do the best that you can. And I thought my green and my logo was a little much. It was a little bright, so I toned it down with a lighter one, and it goes well. So you just do your best, but you definitely, Kelly, I'm so glad that you said that because we definitely need to get you to get your logo, get your color, get your colors decided, because then it just saves you so much time and then your brands are better. So if you go on my Facebook page and look at my photos on Smart Cactus, you'll see that I didn't really brand my colors till last year. So let me show you this. Canva colors make really a difference. So while you guys are finding your colors, I'll kind of entertain you here with, let's go down when Tammy didn't know things, memory lane. I mean, a year ago, I didn't know a lot of this stuff. So you can see here how my Smart Cactus stuff is super branded, got the colors going on. It's, you know, we're using the 2 same consistent colors. It looks pretty good with the Smart Cactus. The Smart Cactus is obviously a little bit greener. I got my logo because we didn't have Canva back then in 2015. I wasn't using it. I got my logo off of Etsy. So if you ever want an easy way to make a logo besides Canva, Etsy creators And actually, Kiana, this would be you because you're on Etsy. I don't know if you do logos, but they'll create, graphic artists will create logos and then you just buy it and they'll put your name on it and boom. So someone else could have my little cactus thing, but it's not going to say smart cactus, right? So when I started out and I didn't have a lot of money, that was a really easy way for me to get my graphic and my logo. And I haven't really felt a need to change it. So you can start to see that my greens and my yellows are starting to be a little bit different and they're a little bit brighter. So you can see when I found Canva and started using consistent colors, like right about here. So it really makes a difference when you get your color number figured out. Kiana says, I don't do logos. The client work can be very demanding. Yes, I probably was one of those clients. Yes. The logos are very demanding. They're very particular, right? Because it comes down to the colors. I just know that's a huge thing for graphic artists. I had no idea it was a thing on Canva. Anytime you guys want to go down a rabbit hole, go Etsy and go on logos and you will see it's a whole career thing. So, and you can see here, I really wasn't using Canva back in the day. I was posting pictures. So you can see where Canva came into my life here. So I think going back, probably using Publisher still. So Sharon and I'm so glad you brought up Publisher because no one else nowadays knows what that is, but that's how we did stuff. So anyways, you can see all the difference that having your Canva colors makes. So, okay, hopefully I chatted enough that you guys have figured out your Canva colors. Kelly? Did you make a decision?
I can't find I can't remember where to find the colors right now. I mean, I'm trying to do two things at once. I'm trying to make my event flyer, and then I'm trying to find the branding colors. And I'm working on like 85 screens, so I'm getting myself close to a circle.
Do you see all my tabs? I have a lot of tabs.
Yes, that's the same over here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah. And I'm like, where did I see this? And I know I see it all the time. Do your color, the branding thing or whatever, but I'm gonna figure it out.
We need to slow you down for a second and get you to do that because it does make a difference. Because then when you have to have the premium account, see how it has the crown next to her colors over here by our, and this again is I'm on Cindy's team for her A+ grad business. A+ academic, excuse me, is what it's called. And so she has got a crown there. So the premium account is where you can say the colors. So when I go to my free account that I have for just Tammy, just me, where most of my smart cactus stuff is I have to type in the number every single time. You can't save it. So again, another perk, again, don't work for Canva, but I'm just telling you, I like to help you out and make things easier. And honestly, I'm cheap. I do not pay for apps. I do not upgrade when you should. Like I have a game that I play on my phone and I always do the ads because I'm like, I'm not paying for stuff. But for this, being on Cindy's team and seeing the difference between the premium and the free, it makes such a difference, you guys. And just like being able to like save your colors and not having to type them in every single time. Oh, that's such a game changer. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of this and get back to our graphic here. Okay, so now I have 8 up. All right, so you can kind of see that my graphic is starting to, so did everyone else have a chance to find their colors? Lisa, I think last time we submitted on your colors, so I think you're good too. And then Dawn, were you able to find the colors? Did we lose you, Dawn? Are you doing okay? And you can post in the chat or you can go off your mic and we'll be quiet for a second so we don't hear that echo.
Hi, I just sent a chat that I have to leave. I cannot even get on Canva. It will not open, so I will watch the recording.
Okay, do you want us to help problem solve that?
If you want to, it won't open. I don't know why. I've tried everything.
Did you have to reset your password?
No, I went in on my phone, but it's, different on the phone. To follow you, it's harder on the phone. And I've done most of this.
Okay, good.
But yeah, I don't know why it won't open. I've been having a problem with my laptop lately with other things not opening when I'm on something else.
So yeah, that could be it. But also Canva is finicky. Like I can't be in my smart cactus account and my account with SA connection.
You can't be on what?
I can't be on 2 accounts at once with Canva.
Yeah, and I wasn't on my phone. I'm not on now. So I don't know what the problem is. I could go on my phone, but I can't get on my,
Yeah, and
on
you
my
want to go
laptop.
on your computer. That
Yeah.
makes more sense. Yeah.
Sorry. I will,
That's okay.
I will go to the recording. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and you're more than welcome to stay on and just chat and ask questions. I'm just trying to go really slow and then go deep to kind
Okay.
of help everyone.
Okay, I'll do that. I
Yeah,
just can't get on the Canva.
Yeah, open the chat feature and just chat away and shoot us those questions.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so.
Tammy,
Yes.
Tammy,
Yes.
I don't have the premium.
Right.
It looks like they'll give me another 30-day free trial since they've introduced this magic, which is great. But so I just set up my brand colors,
Yep.
which is great. I didn't know you could do that. So that's what I learned tonight. And you know what? It shows that I can only have 3 with the standard, and
Great.
it shows a 4th spot that there's a crown on it. So it looks like
Okay.
you can only get 3 with the basic and 4 or more maybe with the premium.
Oh, thank you. I need to go then and save mine too then. They just added that on. And like you said, it might be with this magic switch feature where they're kind of letting us do more now. Thank you. That's like I said, you guys, please like add information to what I'm saying. So make sure too, if you can't, like, even if you save them, write them down because we know how technology is. Write them down so you have them saved somewhere, like in your password book or whatever. Just so that way you don't get frustrated. But you can go back, and I think I showed this to you. You can go back to your previous post and you can look and see what those colors, the numbers are. You just kind of just put your cursor over it and I'll show you the number. So if you tonight, for some reason, you do lose them, but you have the post, you can go back and grab them later. Okay, let me look at my notes.
Don has a question in there. Has anyone ever done a QR code for payment from a non-ESA client? I've tried, but haven't had any luck with it. So Don, have you done the QR codes through Canva before?
Yes, I have, but I couldn't get it to work when I posted the thing on Facebook. Every time I'd click on it, it wouldn't work. I'm just trying to find a way for people to pay, you know, like through Facebook with a click, you know, like, or with their phone to scan the QR code. Because I've been having a lot of problems with people paying.
So I think part of it is that, oh, you want to mute your screen real quick?
Yeah.
Part of the problem is that technology world, people struggle when they see a QR code already on their phone, like on the digital, on the Facebook, right? QR codes, most people are savvy on when they see on a piece of paper that's printed out and they have to take a picture of it with their camera and then it pops up, right? People know how to do that skill. People don't know how to do it, or it's harder to access, I think, when it's digital. They don't know that they can click on it. So I think that's part of the problem. It's probably working, but people don't know how to use the technology. So because of that, I would say if it's a digital ad, to not use a QR code. That would be my advice, because people struggle with the technology. Now, if you're in an event, like if you came to our educational fair and I have sundry bins, right? So I could have a flyer, right? And they could click the QR code and go to pay for the century bin, because people know how to do that skill set, that technology better. So they're more successful in that. Cindy, do you have any advice? Because my thought is, the nice thing about Facebook is you can put links in. So you could just do a link to your Venmo page. You could just do a link to your store. You don't need the QR code if it's on Facebook.
Yeah, I would just do the links. I usually, for me personally, because I'm on Class Wallet, I just invoice them and have them upload to Class Wallet. Or you could do your PayPal.
So I could do a link to PayPal, because I've tried PayPal, Venmo, Zelle. So I could just do a link on there. I don't need to have the QR code. And an event, I've tried events, but I don't want to put my address. And the events sometimes ask for your address.
So, right. So two things. Oh, you want to mute yourself again?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. So we are doing an educational event and it's a lot of information. So we use a system called S'mores. It's a newsletter program. So as you can see here in the Facebook post, it's lit up. So any address you put on Facebook, it'll light up. Instagram's not the case, right? You have to put the link in your bio, do a link tree, right? So I just click on that and it takes me right here to my page with all of my information to this other site, right? So we have a way for people to sign up to be a vendor. We have a way for people to RSVP for the event. Everything is right here, right? And this actually takes them to Sign Up Genius. So again, Facebook is amazing in the sense that the links you put in there are live. Now you said you don't want to do an event because the events have you do an address, right? I do a lot of webinars and they don't make you do an address. So I don't know about that. That's required for a live event. But I hear you. I don't want my address out there either. So I think for you, just put in a live link, because again, you could put the PayPal me link or the Venmo link in here and it just takes it to them. Again, most people will have the client's email address and we'll email them an invoice. Like PayPal is great because you can schedule invoices to later. So you only really need to do invoicing once a week because you can schedule it later in the week after you have the session with them. Does that answer your question? Does that help?
Yes, it does. I didn't realize I could do that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And then in here too with the events, oops, excuse me. So if you do the see more, again, even in the events, the live links will come up. So again, I have that link in here. Actually, realize I need to switch out to the new one. So you can even do the live links in here as well. And it's a little bit more personal. The cool things about events too, is when you have an event, you can go to discussion, right? And you can do various posts throughout the event length leading up to the event. And again, all the links are live. So that's the cool thing is you can do some live links in there as well in the discussion post. And anyone that is marked going or interested will receive a notification about that discussion post. They'll see it on their feed. So all of these 48 people, if I posted something, will get a notification saying that I just posted in this event. So, okay, we got off topic, but that's really important, right? Again, so much in social media, it's all connected. All right, bringing this back, I think, oh, QR code. So I'm not super strong on QR code. So Cindy, if you could unmute and walk me through this, I want to make sure I did this right. I did my first QR code today for the team and Cindy is the queen of QR codes. But anyways, they have the QR code down here. And actually I added it first from the app store. I just clicked here on QR code and then it added it down here on the bottom of my little toolbar. And it's pretty simple. You just type in the email address and Cindy, correct me if I'm wrong, and it will generate the code and boom.
So what I do is wherever I want the QR code to take someone, I go onto that page, I copy the address. If I want them to go to the event on our website there, news and event, I would click on events. I would go up, I would copy that email that right there that you have highlighted. And then I would go over to my Canva on the QR code, take that out. I would pop that new one in there and say create.
So it's done.
And it will give you the code, and that code will be for that. Then you can just check it. You know, I always check it, double check it, triple check it to make sure I've got everyone going to the right spot. And if you have those, I would highly recommend that you name those so that you know what your QR codes, because they'll show up in your downloads, right? Or they show up somewhere.
What do you mean by naming it?
Put
a link with it?
when you have it, when you've downloaded, I'm trying to find the place where they are. Oh, of course. Did I put them? Never mind about that comment. I just double check my QR codes, but they are super easy to do. I will do Google Forms and I will have people click that and just go straight to a Google form and sign up for things and do sign-ups and stuff on Google Forms.
Cindy, when you say you check your QR code, what do you mean? Like when you print out if you're doing a postcard or a flyer, you just go and print it out and then check that it's taking you to the link? Is that what you mean?
Right. I mean, I don't even print it out. Right now you have that up on there, and I'm just going to go in there. I'm holding up my phone and I'm going to open it and I'm going to open it, and it took the QR code that you have on there, brought up upcoming events on the ESA page. So that's how I check it. Because sometimes you get a lot of QR codes out there and you're like, which QR code is that taking it to? Just, Tammy, just wanted to let you know, it is 8:02. Are you there, Tammy? Uh-oh.
No wonder my family is home. I have a 3-year-old son. My husband took him out of the house and they're home because it's 8:02. So sorry guys, I did not keep track of time at all. A lot of you guys said you learned a little bit. Kiana, I would love if you just took a moment real quick to just educate us about Magic Switch so we know what's this new feature, but really keep it simple because I know it's like really deep. And then if anyone has a question, I'm going to push after Kiana talks about Magic Switch. I'm going to push the stop button on recording, and then you guys can chat with me and get questions answered, or we can answer your questions real quick. But we appreciate you guys attending tonight. So Kiana, can you tell us a little bit what this Magic Switch feature is that they're rolling out with?
Magic Switch, but I do use Magic Media.
Okay, Magic Media.
And you go to apps there on the side.
Yeah.
And then you can scroll over or you can go down further, but it's right here. So it's under trending. Go up a little bit.
Oh, go up. I missed it.
Keep going. Up.
Oh,
Well,
up.
that way. See where that
Oh, yeah,
where it says
yeah.
trending? Okay, so right here, click on that. Well, wait.
I went too fast. Stop.
Right here. So you click on that. And this
Oh.
is good for generating original artwork, clip art, patterns, anything that you want to do. You're kind of using your imagination. You're typing out what you want it to produce for you, and it'll come back with images. It's a little finicky with AI art because sometimes it doesn't render properly, like hands and legs, but playing around with it, you can generate some pretty cool graphics. And that's also a good thing for Canva because then you don't have to worry about copyright or anything like that because it's from your mind. So basically you have free will to do what you want with that art.
All right,
So
how do I make it go?
Let's see what it does.
Create your image. Let's see what I'm gonna get here. A cactus with a bow tie. Oh, it's loading. This is exciting. So this is called, what was this called again? Magic
Media.
Magic Media. See you guys, there's just so much. Oh, look at that. How cute.
For you. So you can use
All
that
right.
as like background paper.
Yeah.
So that's
All
what I basically use it for. And then I make videos for my TikTok and my Instagram with my products, and that's tedious to talk about, but that's what I use Canva a lot for. But I
And
like
make
that.
sure, Dawn and Kiana, that you guys put your information in the chat for us so we can be following you. I definitely want to get connected with you, and also your email address, please. Awesome. Okay, perfect. All right. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.